building an indie business in the center of venture capital. I am Alex Edmonds, also known as SupremeRumHam on the internet, and this is the Building an Indie Business podcast. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about moving from Gumroad to Stripe. I'm going to be talking about why I wanted to make the move, how I'm going to make the move, a little bit about the details, what else I need to add to Stripe, and then the cons of moving to Stripe. Okay, so let's get into it. Why am I moving from Gumroad to Stripe? Because Stripe is cheaper. The fees for Gumroad, and I believe I've talked about this, but it costs, it's 8% plus 30% on Gumroad, and then on Stripe it's 3%. But the reason why Gumroad is more expensive is because there are more features, and the creator has to handle less, right? So I have to handle, on Stripe, I have to handle the delivery of the whatever I'm selling to the customer, and that's something I don't have to handle with Stripe or with Gumroad. They buy it and then they go to their library and it's done, right? So that's one thing. And then because the fees are now less, I can offer a lower price and still make $15. So the only reason I priced the book at $17.50 was to account for all the fees for Gumroad. So now I can not. It's not too much of a discount in quotes. But with Stripe I priced the book at $16.50. So I'd still be making $15. Because that was my goal. I can even lower that price because my goal was to make $15 because of all the open podcast fees, and now I'm only spending $5 a month, right? So that's something to think about. And then the only reason I priced the book at $19.49, and I never even actually got to that price, was because of the fees and the affiliate fees, which I would have to pay every time an affiliate made a sale, but only one affiliate made only one sale, so yeah, they all sucked. Okay, and then Gumroad has a $10 limit, or like payout limit, so you have to make $10 and then they give you your money, right? And that's for them to avoid fees of having to like pay out little amounts of money, and they'd lose money if they paid out like $1 maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but Stripe has immediate payouts, because I was always worried about like having $5 and that being stuck, right? So now I don't have that concern, so that's cool. Yeah. And Stripe is faster because when I embedded the Gumroad page on my personal website, or the podcast website. I keep calling it my personal website, but yeah, I treat it like a personal website. Anyways, so I embedded Gumroad on my personal website, and it just made it like the page was really slow, right? And then so what I did was I made it like a button where you see a picture, you see the text, and then you click the button, and it's a buy now button, and it takes you to the Gumroad page, and that made it faster. But there's extra steps, right? You still have to go to the page, you still have to click buy now again, and then you have to fill out the page. With Gumroad, it's just click and you fill out the form right away. So less steps means more conversions. So that's another thing. I have more control over that. Better analytics. Gumroad doesn't show the UTM source of like where the click came from. So I have that now with Stripe because I'm on my own analytics system. Right. And then finally, the final reason why I made the switch is because I can do both. I can do Gumroad and I can do Stripe all at the same time. Okay. So how did I do it? I used Stripe checkout. It's for the thing that they use to allow one-time payments, because usually Stripe is for subscriptions. They've had this feature for a while, and it took me a while to figure it out. So I actually, when I started writing the book, I tried to figure out how to use like the developer edition of Stripe checkout. I couldn't figure it out. It was too complicated. Well, it wasn't too complicated. I was just like not too focused on it, and I didn't put the effort into it. So I just missed this thing. So how did I do it this time around? Well, so I started out like just trying different things. I tried copying and pasting their stuff, and that didn't work out because they added stuff that I didn't need. And then so I tried to try out their legacy checkout. So I took a video from Traversy Media that was like from 2017. So it had been a while. And I copy and pasted his stuff, and I went through his tutorial. And then I tried to take the legacy checkout and migrate it into the current checkout, because they had a guide on how to do that. I couldn't figure that one out. My developer brain at this point is kind of weak. And so how I figured it out is I looked at someone else's code, because I saw someone else on Twitter try to use Stripe checkout, they figured it out how to use Stripe checkout. So I went into their code of their website, and I just copy and pasted everything that they had. I realized that I didn't need the back-end code. All I needed was the front-end code. So yeah, I just copied his stuff. I changed everything to mine, because you need to do the public keys and all that, like the pricing. So I changed that, and it worked, right? So then that was good. But then I realized that I needed to work on the delivery, that there was no way for me to deliver, or with Stripe to deliver the book to people. So delivery, how am I working on that? So I bought a book from Derek Sivers, and I realized that he used Stripe. I noticed right away he used Stripe because, I was looking for it, right? And so what happens with Derek Sivers is he sends you a link, a login link. So you buy the book from him. He sends you a link. You click on the link. You log in, and then there's a page to download everything that you bought, right? So, that led to my original idea of having the success page link to a random page, like a download page, let's say, and then them being able just to click the download button and they're able to download the book. The problem with this is I didn't want people to randomly find the page and just downloading the book. So so right now my delivery source is I use Zapier to send them an email, and the email has a link to a Google Drive folder that has every asset of the book, right? My only problem with this is I'm using 3 different services. I'm using Zapier, and I'm using Stripe, Zapier, and Google. And so I'm worried that one day, like, someone will buy the book and then it just won't show up, which is an easy fix. I can just manually email them it. But then what's the point of having all this stuff if it breaks down, right? So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to figure out something else. My idea is to use Mailgun to send them the book directly and just have it stored somewhere and attach it to the email for Mailgun, and then yeah. But I haven't started looking at that yet. Yeah, so that's delivery. There's also some things that I still need to work on. So I would really like to do the Derek Sivers solution and create a login and just email the people that buy the book a password, like a very unique password, have them put it in, and then that's how they get the book. And then another option is to send them a magic link. So there's that option too. Okay. So Stripe doesn't have promo codes out of the box. Or no, it does have it out of the box, but it's not in the code that I copy and pasted. So I need to add that, and that way I can do promos my birthday or Christmas or Black Friday or Memorial Day. Yeah, holiday stuff, right? So yeah, I need to figure out how to do that. Okay. Now the cons of using Stripe. Okay. So there's no discovery. Gumroad gives buyers the ability to search for things. There's a little bar for buyers that you can type in things and people might find my book, right? So that doesn't happen with Stripe. There's no discovery section, but it does help me with SEO because I'm able to have the SEO on my own page instead of having it on the Gumroad page. So the better my SEO gets, the more likely that people will find my book when they search for podcasting book, right? So that's a benefit. And then also, it's difficult to set up. It took me a couple weeks of let's say a couple weeks of focusing on Stripe to figure out how to set it up. And with Gumroad, it was just set it up, you're done, okay. So I was able to focus on writing instead of just the development of a store for the book, which is why I chose Gumroad in the first place. I wanted to focus on the writing, but now I'm not focusing on writing too much. I still am, right, for revenue research, but I'm able to take a break from that and focus on web development too. So that's cool. Another con of Stripe is that Gumroad gives you backlinks. So when you have your product page and you put a link in there, that'll give you a backlink. So if you look at the backlinks of all of my stuff, there's a link. There's a backlink from Gumroad. So that's cool, right? I don't have that with Stripe. The next thing is there's no affiliate program out of the box, or not that I've seen right now. So I would have to find an app that works with Stripe that'll help me have an affiliate program. So yeah, but that's gonna cost me extra, and if the affiliates don't work out again, then I'm just paying for something that I get no value out of. Okay. There's no tiered pricing. So with Gumroad, you can have like additional like a tiered pricing. So if you look at the Gumroad page for the book, you have the regular book, then you have like the audiobook, and then you have like the audiobook and the RSS feed all on one page, different pricing. And I find that really good, because if you want to just have like a product and add-ons, you can do that. But I haven't figured out how to do that with Stripe checkout. So yeah. And finally, there's no buyer's library. So when someone buys a book on Gumroad, they're sent to like a library to download it, and that library has every product they've ever bought. So if they get a new computer and they lose the book, it's right there, right? But with Stripe, it's probably in their email, because I have to email it to them, but they have to search for it. So they might have deleted the email, or the email is just buried, and so they have to ask me for the book again, and I have to send to them again, even though I already did. But it's not that big a deal. It's just something I have to, worry about. Not worry about, but like something I have to deal with. Okay. Thank you for listening. I hope you got value out of this. Have a nice day.